Food trucks are coming soon to Jacksonville Beach. Neptune Beach looks at changing its right-of-way rules, and Beaches Watch discusses dredging the St. Johns River. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The city of Jacksonville Beach will be able to welcome its first legal food trucks very soon, following a vote by the Jacksonville Beach City Council Monday night. The legislation is the result of about a year's worth of work on the part of the council and the city staff. The three ordinances passed Monday night set out the parameters for where a mobile food vendor or food truck may operate, what kind of vehicle constitutes a food truck, and how the ordinance will be enforced. The issue has been contentious. Local restaurant owners and other brick-and-mortar businesses have expressed concerns about the council giving preferential treatment to the mobile food vendors, but the majority of the council agreed that the city's residents want the dining options offered by food trucks. While the ordinances have passed, Monday night's vote is not the final word on food trucks in Jacksonville Beach. The pilot program will be in effect until April 30th, 2015, which will give the council and the vendors a full season in which to evaluate how it's working. The council will then revisit the issue and determine if food trucks will be a permanent fixture, so to speak, in Jacksonville Beach. The Jacksonville Beach City Council also passed several changes to the pension plans covering police, fire, and general employees unions at their regular meeting Monday night. The revisions dealt in large part with how money to fund the plans can be invested. The new plans allow an increase in the maximum investment in equities from 50 to 65%, changes the measurement of investment in equities from a cost basis to a market basis, and allows for a maximum 10% investment in real estate. The investment strategies were recommended to the city by its investment advisor, the Bogdan Group, and modified by the council. The ordinances passed on unanimous votes. The council must now pass ordinances that bring the new pensions into line with IRS regulations. The IRS has issued a favorable determination letter, finding that the plans comply with all qualifications and requirements. In Neptune Beach, the City Council passed on first reading an ordinance that could greatly affect what people can do with the public right-of-way that's on their property. Among the 12 proposed changes to the code are restrictions on what may be planted in public right-of-way, limiting vegetation to native Florida species that will not exceed 5 inches at full maturity. The council has also proposed that all potential work in the right-of-way will require a right-of-way permit, and failure to adhere to the permit and its conditions or the rules may result in the city removing any changes that have been made without notice. The proposed ordinance would require the approval of the city manager for the installation of sprinkler heads and other irrigation by private citizens in right-of-way, and the person who obtained the permit would be responsible for any maintenance and repair of such items. It also gives the city manager the authority to issue citations and levy fines for violations. Those citations and fines could be appealed to a code enforcement special magistrate. Some on the council have advocated a go-slow approach to the legislation. Councilman Scott Wiley said that many of the proposed items could be topics of individual council workshops. Some on the council have advocated a go-slow approach to the legislation. Councilman Scott Wiley said that many of the proposed items could be the topics of individual council workshops. The ordinance will be on the agenda for the workshop scheduled for Tuesday, February 18th. Beaches Watch hosted a panel to discuss the deepening of the St. Johns River to accommodate larger container ships at its February meeting Wednesday night. The panel consisted of St. Johns River keeper Lisa Reineman, Port Authority spokeswoman Nancy Rubin, Eric Suma, the head of environmental programs for the Corps of Engineers, and Quentin White, executive director of the JU Marine Science Research Institute. The four offered divergent views of the proposed deepening of the St. Johns River Channel from its current 40 feet to 47 feet in order to allow larger container ships to call at Jacksport. An environmental impact study conducted by the Corps of Engineers is due to be released soon, a key step in moving the project forward. Issues discussed Monday night included the effect of dredging on the environment and the economic impact of the increase in container business. On March 7th, Beaches Watch will host a discussion on proposed water withdrawals from the river in Central Florida. The Neptune Beach Council on Monday night passed a resolution expressing concerns about those proposed water withdrawals, the first of the beach communities to do so. The chairman of the Republican Party of Florida, Lenny Curry, spoke at the First Coast Republican Club at its most recent regular meeting. About 100 people gathered at the Casa Marina Hotel on January 27th for the event. A couple of things to put on your calendar. The city of Jacksonville will be holding a hazardous and e-waste collection event on Saturday, February 22nd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Jacksonville Beach Public Works Facility parking lot on Shetter Avenue. A complete list of items that will be accepted is on the COJ website at www.coj.net. On Thursday, February 20th, Atlantic Beach residents will have an opportunity to chat with and ask questions of Police Chief Mike Classy. The half-hour session will be held beginning at 6 p.m. in the Atlantic Beach Council chambers. And looking ahead, the National Weather Service says we can expect some showers on Saturday, but then sunshine returns for Sunday and temperatures will climb into the 70s on Monday. But the nicer weather will be short-lived with highs in the low to mid-60s and more chances for showers by the middle of the week. Details on these stories and more can be found here on the Island Times, www.theislandtimes.com. For the Island Times, I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.